man, he would talk about.
There was nothing else to eat in Northridge.
He would talk about. He would talk about like how he would finesse the burrito makers into making him the largest burrito.
No,
that's funny.
No, I wasn't going to Chipotle. I was going.
He's
to,
lying. Your Honor, he lying.
No, I went to Chipotle.
He lying.
See, son, there's Chipotle. It's right there off Reseda.
Yeah.
But no, I went to the other burrito spot that I told you about. The one that they just closed in the South Bay Galleria, which I'm kind of sad about. I can't remember the name of that shit.
Freebirds?
Yes, they closed Freebirds.
Yeah. I took you to Freebirds like twice.
I've been to I went to Freebirds before I knew you, bro.
Okay.
Literally, I have pictures of it. Me and my sister went to Freebirds.
Don't be lying, man.
Yeah, he lying.
I'm not lying. I have pictures. I went to Freebirds before I knew you, bro.
For Chipotle, man, this is just
Freebirds got better. Those green wraps, the spinach wraps, some shit's is fire.
But for Chipotle, they have the E. coli shit. They always have something going on.
This is in the South Carolina, so it's like racism and a Chipotle and racism. Like that's confusing. Like why are you doing this? And 4 people, manager kicked him out. And that's another story. It's another story that happened at in Arizona at Arizona State. Ryan Clark's son.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Him and his sons, they almost like some white lady called him the N-word, and lied to get free food. And the manager pretty much called the cops on him. Had no sympathy in his heart for him.
Damn.
And them kids could have got killed. And I'm just like, because they were trying to get people in cars to buy food for them. Which, I mean, people do that all the time. But because they're black. And also, one of the kids was like 6'8". He was like, yeah, it's a tight end. He was like 6'8". He's huge. I'm like, bro, just be honest.
Who was it, Leonard Pope?
Why does Leonard Pope... Leonard Pope's name always comes up. That's really weird.
6'8" tight end? Damn.
Leonard Pope?
Because tight ends with the cowboy role are extinct.
That is true.
Yeah.
The cowboy role is extinct.
He's the one dude that cowboy roller had like legit 4.6 speed.
Yeah.
Like it's weird. Athletic cats who were like...
Hey, you usually only... It was other than him, you usually only saw that when you did like a career mode on college football.
Or it was like a blocking tight end. Yeah.
Yeah, I try to play with that shit on. That shit suck. I don't know how people play. Because your head is like, you can't go back. Like, your head is just literally stuck right here.
I don't have a neck, so that shit didn't even work when they tried to attach it to me. I was like, get this shit out of my face. My helmet, I was like, fam, if you don't give me a DNA helmet right now, give me this little ass helmet.
You got them fucking ballparks in the back.
Damn.
Shut up.
Shots fired.
You got the Louisiana hot links back there.
See, now, first off, shout out to Orleans and York because their wild rice is fire because it's like hot links. And
that's the one
rice.
On Crenshaw?
I went to one in Carson. That's because I looked up the black-owned businesses on black-owned spots for Uber Eats.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Hopkins House of Burgers, man. That shit made my week a couple weeks ago.
And shout out to the Soul Food Shack because I ordered like a shit ton of food. Like
just from there?
Just from there.
You don't do that everywhere you go?
Damn.
Like 3 weeks ago, this man walked out. He ordered what? He ordered big enough for himself, but for some reason, this dude gave him like 2 extra fucking double burgers.
Which I gave away.
Allegedly.
I gave one away.
Allegedly.
I gave one away and took the other one to work. How dare you?
But yeah, man.
So we just dry snitching now?
Yeah.
Okay. Remember you said that.
But the other thing I was going to ask too is, you know, this week related to the issue, we've been having a lot of people continually, you know, talk about Kaepernick, whether it's Malcolm Jenkins, whether it's LeBron James. And so I'm just curious, like, you know, when does that change? Because I don't feel like the NFL is going to say anything, or they would have already said something. Yeah,
I don't think they won't say anything until he gets a job. Like if he gets a job, he's on the team, then they may, you know, they're not even going to apologize. They're going to just make it seem like they're very happy that he's back in the league, and stuff like that. But I don't think you're ever going to get a true apology to say, "Hey, Cap, we're sorry for."
And I don't even know if they can because you know they gave him a settlement.
Yeah,
so I don't even know if they can.
Facts.
They can't even mention his name. That's some goat
and
shit.
I guess they might be like, the job is saying we're sorry. You're on the team. You know, in the NFL. Now I'm holding a clipboard.
What if he
for
got
the rest of the season?
What if he got a petty ass settlement to where like Roger Goodell can't even speak his name, and if he does speak his name, like all those documents come out.
That's tight.
Imagine he's like, all you got to do is say my name like Candyman. Like, say my name, bitch. I dare you. I dare you.
Tight. That's a boss move.
When Kendrick dropped his line and people thought they were all talking about Big Sean, and everybody's like, Big Sean don't want to say Kendrick's name on the song, which he still hasn't yet. And then that all got resolved. He
said a little bit in No More Interviews.
Yeah, he did. He talked around it. He talked around it.
He said, I called top and was like, what's good?
But then he talked about that whole thing too, like in a more recent song. It was like that was a whole misunderstanding. That was just other people getting between us.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Some bullshit.
He called top just to make sure, like, what's good. But speaking of, I guess we can call this good. And you were talking about Jerry Jones earlier. So Dak Prescott signed his $31.4 million franchise tender.
Who?
Dak Prescott.
I know. I'm just kidding.
I know.
You said Zach.
I was about to say,
I'm just
say Mac Jones.
I'm just kidding because
Mike Jones.
Because it's like we've been talking about Dak Prescott for what, like his contract for all of the offseason.
Lost a brother
for
in the
sure.
last month,
if not at least a year and a half. We've been talking about it, and it's like all that, and he's still just signing the tender. It's like, what is Dallas doing? What is he doing? I mean, even the way he plays so sporadic, and he's such a tough competitor that I wouldn't. That for him, I wouldn't want to play on a 1-year deal. He's already played on a 1-year deal.
No, yeah, and his
whole rookie deal was pretty.
But you want to take that $31 million because for him. To be honest, he does not deserve all the Dak Prescott is good.
How dare you speak down on a fellow light skin? Come on.
No, I know.
I thought we froze those.
No, he's half white, so it's different. But I'm joking. But no, I don't see it. Like I don't see it to be like giving him $30 million a year. Like I don't see that. Like I don't see that quarterback to be like that guy is going to lead us to a Super Bowl. I don't see it.
It's his turn though.
Man, I'll be like, bro.
Andy Dalton got paid. Kirk Cousins got paid.
And look where that got.
But look where that got. That's the Bengals. That's not his fault. If it's the market, if it's the free market,
okay,
and it's your turn to get paid,
okay, this is not what we're gonna do. This is not what we're gonna do. Because you dragged Andy Dalton since I fucking known you. You dragged Andy Dalton.
He at least made some playoffs.
I'm using him to further my argument.
No, you're not.
I'm consistent.
Now you're backing him up and saying it wasn't all his fault.
Yeah. No.
When you've literally been on the air saying it's his fault.
A lot of it was his fault.
Bro, Dak can't even make the playoffs. But also,
perfect play for the Bengals. Did you forget that?
So what does that mean?
Yeah, remember the Steelers game when he tried to kill Antonio Brown, which was all of them, but then Adam Pac-Man Jones lost his mind too?
Okay.
Bro, That wasn't the offense's fault.
Bro, Dak couldn't even make the playoffs.
And they barely beat the Steelers.
They're the Cowboys. They don't win at anything.
And what you're leaving out is they barely beat the Steelers.
Player. He was better than Zeke for most of the season.
They barely beat the Steelers the week before to go to the playoffs to play them again in that wild card game.
And let me ask you something.
Bro, at least they used to make the playoffs almost every year, it seemed like, until like towards the end.
Yeah, they did. Shout out to Marvin Lewis.
With Dak, you don't even make the playoffs. You couldn't make the playoffs at 9-7.
Yeah, but he wasn't the reason why they didn't make it.
Yeah, but
their head coach was
the reason why they did.
Their head coach was a novice.
If your quarterback is great, sometimes they can make. Aaron Rodgers made the Packers 13-3, and that team. If you really look at that roster, you're like, they're terrible.
You know who you're sounding a lot like right now?
Don't say Will Cain. I was stab you in the neck.
Yeah, bro. You sound like fucking Will Cain.
We just got a new nickname for Kenny. The Black Will Cain.
Oh, shit.
No.
We got the Black Will Cain here on the mic. I came to the
MyKell, you're no longer allowed on the show.
because outside of football, man, sometimes you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
That's not true at all.
Black Will Cain in the building.
No.
I'm pretty sure MyKell's little mentees could talk basketball better than you.
Facts.
I don't care enough about that side of basketball. I'm gonna just tell you that the Lakers are always gonna be better than Celtics.
And we had a wrestling podcast and you simultaneously almost burnt it to the ground.
No, I didn't.
Show.
What are you talking about?
What did he say?
I had all the hate.
Wrestling's not a sport. An hour into a 2-hour podcast about wrestling.
You do realize I had to be the heel in that interview because the other two guys were baby faces. Do you not understand the concept of heels and baby faces? I had to say some shit I didn't believe that I knew would give me some heat, and guess what? It got me some heat.
But you almost ruined the show.
And they say Will Cain is a really nice guy off air.
Damn, Black Will Cain.
Black Will Cain.
I feel attacked and marginalized right now on the show. It's really not fair. I don't know.
Shit.
Unbelievable. Like, this guy shows up late and has the audacity to call me.
Hey, so
Man, I lost my fucking key. I could not find that shit.
Oh man,
sounds like an excuse to me.
Bad, bro.
Corona got it.
Corona got it.
Corona got it.
Maybe Dak got it, and that's how he managed to trick Jerry Jones into
31 mil. He should be
Future
chilling.
had it.
Future had it.
What about?
The Feds ran a sweep.
No, different.
Are you
Different Future.
It's a lot of. Is that a shotgun?
Yes.
Yeah, sounds like Resident Evil.
Yeah. It almost sounds like the Thunder too. But slow down. That's weird.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, he's gonna get paid. Like if he's like the last QB to get paid because Carr got paid.
How better is Dak than Quincy Carter? No, I'm joking.
We're not going to slander the name of Quincy Carter in this podcast.
I mean, the team.
Shout out
the
to
team
DJ Shockley.
around him is much better.
Like this season, you're gonna really find out, if they play because he has
more
so
weapons
many
now.
weapons.
Yeah.
With the 2 running backs, the 3 good receivers, like he has no excuse.
But their
So,
defense is trash now because they lost corners.
Go score 40. Go score 35 a game. You can still make the playoffs.
They should, but I mean, it's the NFC East. Everybody else got better.
Man, not that much better. The Eagles were 97 last year.
The
Make the one division.
The Deadskins got a whole situation.
Yeah, but Haskins, I don't believe in him.
Damn, you don't believe in black quarterbacks, do you?
No, I believe until he
he's a
showed me.
Mahomes fan.
I'm a Mahomes fan. What are you talking about? I like Lamar. Just don't think he's the best thrower.
He's not the best thrower.
Yeah, but I'm a Mahomes fan. Russell Wilson, the 2 best quarterbacks are black. 2 best.
Arguably the best 5.
Yeah, Deshaun.
Is Dak a top 10 QB?
Top 10.
Yeah, he's
top 10. Probably the bottom of the top 10.
Because Matt Miller came out and said that Cam Newton's not a top 15 QB, and I'm just like, well, who?
Because he's not on the roster right now, so you can't really count him.
I don't know. Maybe
Which is the point I've been making, man.
he's not better than Sam Darnold
I don't
right now.
understand how you could say the interest in Kaepernick is legitimate if Cam isn't even getting a look. Like
No,
that.
true.
And also using that narrative against each other.
Yeah.
It's kind of like if you
Black
said
on
back
black, yo.
if you said back in the day, like some people were probably like, you know what, I hear what Muhammad Ali was saying, and yeah, he probably
No, that's where you're wrong.
Nope.
You're totally wrong on that.
No, I'm saying
you're totally
some people
wrong with
were-
that. Because you know what Joe Frazier was doing?
Yeah.
Paying Ali's bills. You know what
I'm
Joe
the first
Frazier
person to
was
say
doing?
that.
You know what Joe Frazier was doing?
Yeah.
Staging events for Muhammad Ali to keep him in the limelight.
yes, but
Yeah.
how many
That's
other
what Joe
boxers
Frazier
weren't?
was doing.
How many other boxers weren't?
Because they weren't trying to
And
rock
how many
with him.
people in the media were using the narrative that Ali's the bad guy?
And that's
So that's my
that's
point.
my other issue with the way that, I mean, not to say Kaepernick didn't lose a lot, but I don't think he lost as much as Muhammad Ali did.
Of course not. But
as much
it
as I
feels like they're using the same blueprint.
But there's a difference
the
with them
same
too.
game plan
Honestly,
against
boxing
him.
still really hasn't recovered.
Hey, it's a difference
Mike
with those
Tyson's trying to make
two.
a comeback.
Because Muhammad Ali, what he lost when he went to jail, he was at
The
the
prime
peak
of his career.
He was at the peak of his powers. Like Kaepernick, the team was like what 2-12. He got replaced by Blaine Gabbert, so it's like he wasn't balling like. That's why I always tell people if he would have did all of like the kneeling and stuff during that Super Bowl run, the impact would have been so much huge.
But do you see
bigger.
the similarities in how the media is kind of not put any pressure on the owners to say, why won't you just say Cap's name? Why is it that you're not bringing up Cam Newton getting a job? Everyone just immediately just accepted, oh, Cam's not good enough because he's injured. What?
No, yeah, but
Like that, they just immediately dismissed that.
most of the professional leagues owners aren't really. NBA owners aren't really saying anything.
Nobody
about
ever
it.
said Brian Fitzpatrick isn't good enough to be a starting QB. No one ever said that. But
Hey.
with Cam and Kaepernick, it's like with black quarterbacks, as soon as they get hurt or their play diminishes, that's your reason to dismiss them.
Low key.
Like
You said a name that I really have to shout out. Can I do that?
DJ Shockley?
No. Oh, damn. That's a throwback, Georgia. But no, Ryan Fitzpatrick. Shout out to Ryan Fitzpatrick. He had one of the greatest, week 16 performances I ever seen, where the Dolphins went into New England. And, week 17, actually. And they went in and beat the Patriots and led us to a second-round bye, and the rest is history.
Yeah, and it just it irks me that like that same blueprint is kind of being used against Cap.
Mm-hmm.
When I think it would be great if Cap just come on and said, like, you know what, if you want to do right by me, give Cam Newton a job. because he's better than most of the quarterbacks in this league. But it shouldn't be
And
dependent
he
on
has
another
7
black
kids.
person
I have an
to
issue.
keep petitioning for another